Yo. Yo. Yo, Weeksus. Whoa. Yo, Gala Kessler, Klako, Heichko, CM. I'm grateful to be here in the homelands of my grandfathers today. And I don't have much time on stage here, but before I start, I just want to let everyone know who I am. I go by different names. My artist performer's name is Pindian. But my name is Alex Taylor. My dad is Charles Taylor. My grandparents were the late Jimmy Taylor. And my grandpa for my mom is Dave Madelpy or Madif Bey. I'm Tlawitsis through my granny Christine Speck. What he said. And Muskamog Zawadanuk from the Willie family, from my from my grandma, my mama, Elizabeth Taylor. But I'm also Nuu-Cha-Nulth from my maternal side of the family. So I'm grateful to be on this stage here in the homelands of my grandfathers, here on Numgi's territory, here in Yalis, amongst so many relatives, family, and friends. And I'm grateful to be performing alongside other amazingly talented Nuu-Cha-Nulth artists as well. Sequamic artists. I say Gala Kessler to our relatives from down south as well. Like I say, I'm going to let my words speak for myself a bit. But I just want to say how grateful I am to be here. And if we are related and I don't know you, please, I'd love to talk afterwards. Gala Kessler. Like my auntie said, I haven't drank for 3 years. And I was just thinking, 5 years ago, I was at the Numgi's Treatment Center 5 years ago, where I connected with my late Auntie Ethel Speck, who I visited before performing here today, over in the graveyard. This set is for her. Gotta fast, we'll see how long it lasts. Gotta revert to the old ways of the past. And I gotta do it fast, like the speed of the flash. Gotta try it, go back to that old traditional diet. Gotta used to learn to fish, and next I feel like a sucker to buy it. Especially that farm salmon. Don't try it, full of sea lice and contaminants. Gill by gill and bit by bit. Can't afford it every day anyway. Always get too anxious to risk it. Native people never ate pork, gaga, oat, or brisket. Sugar soda pops and bags of potato chips. And all we had was fresh water to shot and sip. And a canoe was a method of the big old trips. Was never our way to get lateral with the gossip. Way before badass and trips. And rocks were flipped before throw-ups were sprayed with a drip. Before John Jewett landed on the west coast with his ship, where his crew was beheaded. Damn, cuz I fear the new world is where I'm headed. I dread it. Consumerist lies were fed. Doctrine of discovery and white paper, let's shred it. Yeah, ya gotta get it together. Brush that BS off like a fan of eagle feathers. That's free our minds and slice the tethers as I sip some Devil's Club tea to make me feel better. Cause this toxic air has me feeling under the weather, like a frog chilling on the lawn. Gotta hop away from the ghastly smoke, cause his toe pond's looking like a big old ball. Gotta fan away that fog of the mind. Get up, get out, and leave them old English ways behind. Try to tame the anger and gotta be more kind. But it's hard when the natural space to unwind is hard to find. And it makes me say, there's too much going on for the anxious mind. You gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, like breathing in, oh, breathe out. There's too much going on for the anxious heart. If the first try fails, re-strategize and restart, like breathing in, breathe out. Now there's kids in my home, I'm raising sons of my own. How do we ease the colonial stress syndrome and the messy state of distress pressed under the dome? Maybe I should stop looking so much at my phone, cause it's messing with me subliminally. Scrolling down without thinking too critically, brainwashing me with radioactivity. And I think the paint fumes are messing with me chemically. Now social media is dominantly the way in which we tell our stories, which commonly, repetitively, verbally, like metaphors meaning an allegories, baking our minds like yams at 420 degrees, fully cooked but burnt and crusty. Use a keyboard to write so my pen hand's rusty. There's many to blame, but you know it must be myself, cause my attention span can't process the novels on my shelf. If we don't take care of ourselves, gotta nourish our bodies and brain cells. Acknowledge when we're unwell. The stories my elders tell pushes me to excel in trying to paint a picture well, along the lines of my brother expel. Self-care necessary like a breath of fresh air. Sometimes we gotta hibernate like grizzly bears. Reflect on the broken fragments that we need to repair. It's a big bad burden to bear, but we bear it. Regalia gets sewn up and we wear it proudly. Rise above and sing our songs loudly for the trauma we paddle on. Resilient and rowdy, but racists won't dig it cause they're way too dang loud. And they make me say, oh, they make me say, there's too much going on for the anxious mind. You gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, like, oh, breathe in and breathe out. There's too much going on for the anxious heart. If the first try fails, re-strategize and restart, like, breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, there's too much going on for the anxious mind. You gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, like, breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, there's too much going on for the anxious mind. You gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, like, breathe in and breathe out. Kayla Kessler! Kayla Kessler! Kayla Kessler, this next song is, it's dedicated to my late grandma, Marilyn McCallum. And as I said, she is, from my maternal side, she is Nuu-Cha-Nulth, from the Muwicit, and Tlayoquit nations. And she died in a tragic way. She is one of the many murdered wakw Indigenous women of this country, and this next song is dedicated to her. Thank you. Yeah. She shines bright with an orange fluorescent light, like assassin hovers in flight. The Nuu-Cha-Nulth word for hummingbird. This is for her. Help me out here. Hoop. She shines bright with an orange fluorescent light. My elder that did not make it to be an elder. A blood tie so strong that no colonial sword could sever. Two birds of a feather squawking in a flock together. Blanketed in deerskin leather that'll last forever. For worse, for better. Ending never. I sent a present here once again, keeping the family together with a hummingbird's agility so clever. Wings afloat, aflutter, so significant that there could never be another beloved, cherished great grandmother looking over me and my mental brother, my Gilabi do and his little brother. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. I call out a name to the full moon with a mournful howling. From the night to the early morning, from the dusk till it's dawn. And all my relations have this morning in common. I think of her when I see the Kwakwa humming. I sing for her with my uncle Guy, Louis drumming. For her I'm descended from those that prayed before hunting. Whales, sea lions, all grow up from the sea. Culture rules everything around my grandmama and me. My blood through her runs deeper than the sea. Roots of the David and famous Amos family tree. I'm reassured that I will see her again eventually. I feel our ancestors supporting and uplifting me, helping me to find a moment of solace and clarity. Creator, will you please grant me with the serenity to take it 1 month, 1 millisecond, 1 weekend at a time. Help send my prayers outward through the wind chimes as I trek through the city's muck, slime and grime. Restore me to sanity so I can find another adjective to rhyme as I try to fathom how a person could commit such a crime time after time after time. As I try to fathom how a person could commit such a crime time after time. For her I dump out the sambuca in the red wine. Sacred divine, one of a kind, Aniexu. A prayer from me to you, which I send for the morning's dew. I do not understand the evil that too many men do, that lives on and on, like an old bluesy sounding murder ballad of a song. Grandma, help me be at a balance between the right and the wrong. Help me be resilient and strong as I shape-shift and prosper. Learn how to do local protocols proper. Take off in flight and dodge these crooked coppers. Cause I got a box of treasures worth to offer to savage diaries. Yes, I am the author. I'ma take a bow then lean back and crack an urchin like a sea otter. All that I do, paint, learn and earn is for her, my Nanny Yexu, my grandmother. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Her name is Marilyn. My blood through her, I'm a descendant of the Heshquia, Nuu-Cha and Tayauquia, with ties to the Louis family of the Ahousit. I call upon my Nuu-Cha-Nulth ancestors as the sun sets and leave my grief on this grass to rest. I have not always been the best, I must confess, but my grandma is close like the pins pinned onto my Pindian vest, yes. And through her I am blessed to swim away from this mess. How could a man take away the best? I don't know, but bad medicine comes back to you when you use it, I guess. This I know, this I suppose, but the show must go on. This is another morning song. that'll evolve as the hummingbird hums along. You know her name, so sing along. Her name was Marilyn. Her name is Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Say her name aloud with me, Marilyn. Gayla Kessler. And Kwakwa, Kwakwa. Kwakwa, Kwakwa. Her name is Marilyn. One more time, sing her name with me, Marilyn. You know, like I said, well, first of all, thank you so much for honoring that. You know, songs like that become more than a mere hip-hop song. It becomes ceremonial to me. And exactly what he said. And, you know, just to honor her here means a lot to me, so thank you. And, you know, it's been 3 years since I drank any alcohol, but I still like to party. So you may see me dancing at the Legion later for the after party. Don't quote me on that. I'm assuming that's where it is. Hey, DJ, hit that beat. This goes out to my Uncle Bo Dick. A mentor to me, a sincere mentor to me. Oh, Wallace Guayam, visit me in my dream to remind me of who I'm meant to be. Yo, Nuu-Cha-Nulth Zucky, so wait, King, come, Kwakwa, King, Bumblebee, protector of the land, Mama Earth, and the sea, the trees, trying to calm the spirit of winter like a lease, find a balance between war and peace. I can hear my Uncle Mike Oomba say, yo, it's okay, Reese, stay slick like hooligan grease, and be there for your nephew and your niece, please. You got this, bringing cedar to life takes practice and patience. Be there for family no matter how far the distance. Uncle, if your daughter needs me, I'll be there in an instant. Up on the block as it's your presence, trying to learn from my past to make a better present and future. The spirit, body, and mind is to be nurtured. Issue geek, so what? All is one with nature, except for winged ones and four-legged creatures. And yo, I'm going back to heality, to help myself heal mentally, physically, spiritually, to decolonize my mind, my body, and my liver. Going cleanse myself within the Nimkish River and shiver, shake, twist, and shout my pain away till most of it's gone. So my sons know their ump is gonna keep battling on and on. Pump tequila strong, up on the red road, living slow and growing old wise like a tortoise. No longer thinking I'm worthless, realizing my intergenerational purpose, doing my best to raise a Cancer and a Taurus. No longer a spiritless buck was lost in a modern day forest, A.K.A realm of goat, where the dealers are your hosts, who will leave you burnt out like whole wheat toast from coast to coast. I put a log on the fire for my anti-ethel spec and alert bay, who remind me everything is gonna be okay as long as I don't sway too far away from who I am. No, I'm meant to be a creative native, mentally sober, but still just as if not more crazy, who puts family over modern currency. That's how I'm thinking currently, no matter how wild these sailors see currents be. Oh, Wallace Guayam, visit me in my dreams to remind me of who I'm meant to be. Seeking so wait, leader of the bumblebees, a bumblebee. Oh, all this why y'all visit me in my dreams to remind me of who I'm meant to be. Yo, cousin, I know you're struggling, but there's a better way of coping and doping and be constantly buzzing, shipping shots till you're fighting and fussing, till the cops will be busting down your door. It unsettles your core as you pace around the court cell's floor, awaiting the judging, lying to your floor, walking and bluffing when you should be out drumming and smudging. I've been there, claiming life's unfair, isolated in the manimal's lair, staggering on the bleak, rapping by the care. People out there do dark magic, so you better protect your long hair. And when you're feeling stuck in the muck like glue, feeling low down, brown and blue, like only creator knows what you go through. Know me and a lot of others have been through it too. Examples of those that have broke on through to the other side of the red road, and got stories that are meant to be told, young and old. Oh, all this why y'all visit me in my dreams to remind me of who I'm meant to be. Seeking away, leader of the bumblebees, the bumblebees, bumblebees, the bumblebees. Bumblebees, 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 bumblebees. Gayla Kessler. Gayla Kessler, Kliko, thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, nephew. Big hand for Pindian.